and it's far from any of these games dropping, man. So of course we got a lot to dive into. So without further ado, I need you all to grab yourself that brew and let's get to the video.
If you don't know, it's brutal sim on the scene, wicked and mean. With the next video on this YouTube thing, we got 2K news and rumors. Don't forget the tutorials and tips. Turn your my player to a bad man and rule the sticks. No matter the mode, record or park, even my career boot will get you a good start. Hit the like button, don't forget the notifications. Comment down below and welcome to the Brute Squad Nation.
So you don't know.
Are you looking for the most affordable way to add electric heating and cooling to your older home? If that's
your boy Brutal Sim on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. So by now, you know we gotta start the video off the right way. So if you're in the comment section type first, second, third, know the gang of Brute Squad, I gotta put y'all up there just to show y'all some love, man. Much love, much respect. Now, I gotta be honest with y'all, this came straight out of left field. No one was expecting this. EA actually made a post on X, what we formed on Twitter, and said, bring back the madness. Let's run it back. Hashtag CBB, hashtag it's in the game. By now, you know that's the EA moniker, of course. And they post an image of a basketball with the EA Sports logo, basically saying they're bringing back college basketball to the platform, or they will be working on a college basketball game, and the community started going crazy. Now, the first question I had to find out is, when should I expect this game to drop? Because I didn't want to get too hype. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your boy, sometimes they be getting your boy hype, and then we didn't see a game 4, 5, 6 years. All right, so of course I found this article right here. Hope I don't butcher his name. This is from Sportigo, and when you look at the bottom of the article, they said, but after EA brought back its fan favorite NCAA football title last summer, it said Monday it would try again with an NCAA basketball title. Extra Points reported an expected release date of 2028 and the inclusion of women's teams as well. So this should be interesting. They actually have some time if this is true. This is not confirmed yet by EA, by the way. So we're still gonna wait for the official news from EA themselves to let us know when we should expect this college basketball game. But guess what? We got a lot of people in the 2K community that started to respond, and 2K themselves actually responded as well. But let's dive into a few of these responders. First, Bad Plug said, I'm literally shaking still, bro. I didn't play Madden for years. And CFB, of course, that's the college football 25, brought me back. Love it. Buying 26 easily. Now my sports is getting a college basketball, giving us another basketball game to play and giving 2K competition. EA, please do what you did with CFB, which is college football, of course, where I can't wait for the next one, please. Chuck actually chimed in as well. He said, I don't even understand why, if you're EA, you would announce that college basketball is returning now if it's not till 2028. Again, we're still waiting for the official confirmation from EA themselves. So we gotta wait on that one. Even Quavo chimed in and said 2028 though. Holy hell. Now, of course, I'm going to censor it as much as possible. A lot more swearing words. And I have to highlight that EA actually made that post. And when I captured the image, it was at 12.1 million. That's about 3 or so hours after, y'all. The number is way up there. So this thing is going crazy viral right now. So a lot of people been looking forward to a next basketball game to launch. Trust me on that one. Big B actually chimed in as well. He said 2K is about to take a big hit if EA do it right, which could lead to a new NBA Live. Imagine making a player then getting drafted into the NBA like they did for college football. Let me know if you all agree with that or not. Young So, I hope I didn't butcher your name, he said 2K should be making a college basketball game. And then 2K themselves responded. Now this is where things start getting really interesting right now. 2K
Man, bring NBA Live back. Man. Give 2K some fucking confidence. I'm ready. Fuck you.
fired back. And they said the campus has been quiet for too long. and they drop a smirk emoji. So they got something in the chamber right now, man. I can't even make this up, y'all. 2K saw them getting some of this clout. 2K said, nah. Now we ain't gonna take this line down. We coming out swinging as well. So you could already see it just by a post. We already got competition in the basketball gaming community. Now, of course, a few people actually respond to that. I saw Bashblog respond first with this crazy what is happening with the meme. And
Okay, some hating ass niggas, man. Soon as niggas get some other shit going, 2K, here come 2K. Uncle saying shit.
course, Evan, who works at 2K, dropped the eye emoji. I saw MUT say, LOL, they're already starting to improve once they saw competition. Ryan 2K said, well then, with some dots. Joe Knows chimed in as well, said basketball video game competition making a return, and dropped the fire emoji as well. And he got a bunch of people that kept chiming in, and we're not gonna do and go through that all day. You already see the effects already, y'all. This is just by one post. So imagine if EA does it right. And I'm gonna give EA some tips right now, man. Hopefully somebody from EA watching your boy Bruce. Listen to me. You just gotta have a few things down pat. Number one, the animations. Work on the animations. You have some time, put some work in on that animation, because that is what initially killed NBA Live. Just the animation of the game. Y'all got some amazing idea. Y'all were the first to actually bring real courts out there and allowed us to go on multiple courts, real life courts, and play, which is revolutionary. And when you look at the grind system, top tier as well. Now y'all just gotta work on the feel and the animation and how the game looks. Trust me, just work on those things and y'all gonna have a nice competitive advantage. The next thing y'all gotta look at is,
I ain't gonna lie. EA get this right. 2K is in trouble. Big trouble. Live was like that. It just had fucked up movements. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They get their animations right. They in trouble.
don't launch the same time as 2K. Trust me on that. I know y'all want to beat the cycle or whatever, but do not launch the same time as 2K is launching. I would recommend somewhere around after Christmas or late down in the year. Trust me, around that time, people start raging about 2K and how they're looking for a next game. That's the perfect time for y'all to swoop right in and just grab all those people right there and give them another option. If you launch around the same time with 2K, trust me, 2K got so much loyal fans. I know a lot of them say, no, I'm not going to play 2K. They're going to play 2K. But there's a huge opportunity right here to maximize when people are taking shots at 2K, and it happens every year like clockwork. Just do some good market research and then schedule your launch around that time when 2K viewership drops or 2K interest drops. That's my advice to y'all, man. Just work on animations and just look at the time when you're launching, and don't launch around the same exact time, and y'all gonna be good. 2K, y'all gotta step your game up, man. Y'all gotta step your game up. These microtransactions, if NBA Live drop a game with not as much greed behind it, they already got a leg up on y'all, man. That's all I gotta say. But let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know if y'all hyped for this competition that's brewing in the 2K community. Just a few hours after EA made their announcement, 2K actually responded, and it seemed like they are also working on a college basketball game, y'all. I love it, y'all. It's a good time to be a basketball gamer, y'all. I can't even make this up. It's a
They drop a game with less microtransactions. 2K done, you hear me?
great time to be a basketball gamer again. The future is looking bright, and I can't wait. All I want is some options. Trust me, I'm gonna support all of y'all, but who's gonna have my time is gonna be determined by who have the best high quality game out there. But let me know what y'all think about the video. Let me know what y'all think about the update. Again, this might be a little later than usual, but so much going on right now. Who knows who's gonna say something next, y'all? And you know your boy gonna always keep y'all up to date. So make sure stay locked in. Make sure like the video, share the video, and hit the bell, subscribe. You already know. Till next time, how blessed and be safe out there, y'all. Peace.
how to use AutoQuote Explorer. First, start a quote. Then, compare rates from us and our competitors. And lastly, choose the rate that works.
Man, oh man, we are finally getting another basketball game to compete with NBA 2K, and it is going to be coming from EA once again, and it's going to be college basketball, and they are saying it's going to come out in 2028, so you can assume that's going to come out right before the beginning of the basketball season, so you can expect that to come out maybe the back end of September or around that time. And they dropped a tweet, and it sent shockwaves throughout not just the gaming community, but also just the world. I mean, EA dropped this on the 11/10, and right now, as of now, it has over 8 million views. It's been retweeted, Bleacher Report, everybody's been over it. But what I really want to just talk about is like how exciting and impactful this is going to be, right? So again, let's just call a spade, right? Let's just go ahead and backtrack and where this is all gaining momentum, where people finally was like, you know what? This might be something. And I called it, listen, man. 2K should have known. 2K has the engine, right? They already have the engine. They have the setup. Hell, you could do just change the skins, and you could have had a college basketball game out before EA. But now you're looking at, let's go back last year to College Football 25, right? College Football 25 was the #1 selling sports game last year. The #1 selling sports game all time. I want to say that again. It's the #1 selling sports game all time, okay? It surpassed NBA 2K21 in dollar sales, okay? And as far as last year alone, it was second to only Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And you know Call of Duty has a massive following, right? So think about this. You got College Football 25 that is just absolutely destroyed 2K in sales. I mean, by the widest margin you can imagine. It's not even close. And they are competitors because they drop right around the same time. College football is going to drop in July, and then 6-7 weeks later, we have the basketball game that drops. Okay, so you're competing for the same people. I played College Football 25 for over 4,000 hours. 4,000 hours. I played NBA 2K 26 for, 25. I played that for, I'm looking at it, 380 hours. I didn't even play it a lot, okay? I just didn't enjoy it. And I think that what you're going to see is the competition. Like, obviously, if there wasn't a College Football 25, then I probably would be playing NBA 25 more, right? I mean, NBA 2K more. But the reason why I didn't play NBA 2K because I was enjoying college football more. So now you fast forward to what we have today. And now you're going to have EA, which is already banking on beating up on their own, I guess you could say eating their own by beating Madden. They're the #1 sports game in the world. They understand the hype for college sports, right? Even though college sports comes second to professional, so the average American watches more.
New Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones. Save the best for last. That's DOS.
Pro sports, and they do college. So an NBA gets more viewers than college basketball, and then of course college football gets less viewers than the NFL. If you don't believe me, look it up yourself. I mean, like, that's just common knowledge. They've been doing that for decades, right? It's just hard to beat the NFL and the NBA, okay? But from a video game standpoint, College Football 25 just proved that gamers really, or maybe it's just because Madden and 2K users were just so tired of the same stuff, right? You know, just we need competition. We just need more options. We need variety. Well, now you have it. Okay? So college basketball will be dropping supposedly in 2028. Okay? So we have college basketball dropping in 2028. And now the big thing is, what does this really do for us? Well, for one, everybody in the 2K community has basically gotten the fatigue of, we're tired of the microtransactions. We're tired of the high entry to play. You know what I mean? And that's coming from somebody that works closely with 2K. You know, like y'all know the relationship I have with 2K, but that doesn't change the fact I don't like paying that much money to play the game. College Football 25, all you had to do was buy the game. You bought a game and that was it. You bought the game and that was it. All you had to do was just buy the game. For NBA 2K, you can't just buy the game. You buy the game, then you have to make your player. Then once you make your player, then you have to pay for that. Then once you pay for that player, then you have to pay for the animations. Then you make that player and you realize you don't like that player. You can't recycle that player. You have to make another one. Then there's an update, changes the way the game's played. Then got to make another build. And you continue to do that cycle over and over and over again. So when you finally look up after 6-7 months on the game, you've made 10 to 12 builds. Each one of those builds costs over $150 to make, right? Or, you know, you're like a lot of younger kids. They make a build and they're stuck with that build, and they make the wrong build or whatever, and they struggle throughout the whole cycle of that game because they only have money to make one game, or they don't get no money at all. Mom and dad say, listen, we bought the game, you figure it out. So they get that build and they're 60 overall and they're grinding that thing for 3 months, playing rec, everything, just not really enjoying the game because you're a 60 overall. Nobody wants to play with you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm not trying to make it long-winded. The entry to play for college football was zero other than purchasing the game. For 2K, it's thousands of dollars. It is definitely pay to win, okay? And we're talking about the major titles. Of course, if you're just a My GM or association or just a straight My Career player, yeah, you just buy the game and play. But the bulk of 2K is gonna come from the park and from My Team. And we don't even want to talk about My Team and how ridiculous the cost is to play there. So anyway, so now again, let's jump right back into this college basketball. All they have to do, and again, just do the same thing they did with college football. Make it free to play, okay? You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is buy the game. You can play college basketball. If they decide to do anything similar to what they did with NBA Live 19, keep that same model. It was very easy, didn't have to pay no money. And, you know, it was just the fact of you gotta upgrade that engine from 2019. So if you can find a way to just make that engine or just the gameplay better or somewhere within the same vicinity of 2K, because again, regardless of how 2K is, their gameplay is extremely better, right, than 19 was. But maybe you don't have to do that. Like College Football 25 wasn't based upon solely just strict realism, right? It was more arcadey. If you just make the game fun, then you're going to be onto something. You understand what I'm saying? Just make the game fun and you're going to be onto something. So I want y'all to imagine this. NBA 2K, and then again, like I said, the rumors of NBA 2K also trying to make a college basketball game. So you're going to have NBA 2K, you have the college basketball 2K, you have NCAA football, EA, and then you have EA college basketball. Those are 4 titles, all competing against each other, right? Even though they're coming from within the same company, but then that's going to give consumers an option to choose. But my big one is just tagging EA versus 2K, and we should get in exchange, we'll get better gameplay, we'll get quicker updates, buffs, nerfs, patches, right? And then of course the entry to play from 2K standpoint is going to have to drop tremendously. Like I said, I played 4,000 hours of College Football 25. I only played 300 some hours of NBA 2K because I, as a consumer, was picking which one I love more. And obviously, since this was the #1 selling game of sports game of all time, a lot of people left 2K to play college football.
Almost done.
Come on, man.
Eye care can be complicated. But VisionWorks makes things simple. We organize frames by shape and price. So it's simple to find a pair you love at a price you'll adore.
Oh, I love these.
And if you change your mind,
Well, I changed my mind.
there it is. There's our 100-day guarantee. Ooh, those are nice. And that's the VisionWorks difference. We're still filming a commercial. Hey, VisionWorks. See the difference.
Or they were playing both, but they were putting more hours in college football than they were in 2K. Okay, now let's talk about the people that say, no, I don't like football, so I'm just gonna still play NBA 2K. Now they can say, yo, college basketball is coming out. This college basketball game is free to play. I don't have to put down $100 and something every couple weeks. I can just get on the game and play a basketball game and not have to put all that money down, or I can go on 2K 26, 27, 28 and have to pay all this money. So 2K is going to have to make changes, and that's all we want. We don't want a monopoly. We don't want 2K to have monopoly. We don't want EA to have monopoly. We want as many competitors out there as possible, and forcing these companies to make a great product year in and year out to compete for our time. 2K for all this time has not had to compete for anybody's time. Last year, they had to compete for our time. So what that means is I expect 26 to be a little bit better than 25, because they know they're competing against college football and they're losing a ton of subscribers, and they do, players, and they do not want to sit second fiddle to anybody. But to be honest with you, the momentum of college football 25 going to 26 is great. There's been nothing but positive things about the game from 25, and now all of a sudden the reviews of 26 is looking great. So NBA 2K 26 is gonna have to make some changes. You would expect them to not, the cost of making a build is cheaper, etc., etc., etc. If not, if they continue to go down this route, it's gonna be very interesting once they start to see the competition start to completely dominate them, even more than what they did with NBA college football 25. But y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feeling about this. I'm really excited about it. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon with the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.
Wide open in the corner, and you see the contested shot and make it, bro. This shit is so nice. Fucking quality. Yo, what makes you God, my nigga? You was 5 for 10, bro. You act like they fucking like this, bro. You 5 for 10, bro. Fuck. I had 10 shots, bitch. I had 10 points too, bro. What? Fucking nice, bro. This should be perfect. Yeah, like, you ain't doing that. Or like, the fuck, bro? I took 2 shots, 2 layers. That was fucking bullshit. You just like, you make one mistake, niggas. You can't touch the ball no more. You're not allowed to touch the ball, nigga. No, like, fuck, nigga. Who the fuck is y'all, bro? Shit, not gonna win niggas the game. I'm taking every fucking time. Shit.
Need it quick? Get it now. Shop thousands of items in stock and ready for delivery in 3 days or less at Raymore and Flanagan. With white glove delivery.
Stop what you're doing, because EA Sports just confirmed that they're officially bringing back college basketball, and I have a ton of information on the game's early development. Even more interesting though, there were 5 different companies that were interested in making a college basketball game. Could 2K be one of them? More on that in a few. Did you know that over 65% of you who watch these videos aren't actually subscribed? If you enjoy my content, I'd love for you to help me reach 300,000 subs on YouTube before the end of 2025. We're getting closer every day. But we haven't had a college basketball game since 2009 when EA launched March Madness 10 with Blake Griffin on the cover, and then the last time 2K had a version was in 2007 with College Hoops 2K8. That was Greg Oden on the cover. It's been forever. And EA shocked all of us this morning when they dropped a tweet announcing "Bring the Madness. Let's run it back" with an EA Sports basketball. And ever since college football returned, especially to critical acclaim, I've seen a lot of people ask for college basketball game to come back. And honestly, I thought it was likely, but I was skeptical at the same time because there are way more teams in college basketball. We're talking 300 plus teams in comparison to a little over 130 in college football. But that 300 number is about to grow exponentially when I tell you something here in a few. And while a lot of us loved college basketball games growing up, they just historically haven't really sold well, especially for EA Sports. EA famously only sold 155,000 copies of NCAA Basketball 10. And when you compare that to College Football 25, which sold over 5 million copies, with 2.2 million of those copies being the deluxe version of the games that could get early access, it's quite a big gap. And to be fair, the college basketball game didn't really just have issues with selling. It was also the Ed O'Bannon case, which obviously made the name, image, and likeness scenario stop all college sports. But still, that game not selling well has to be said. The biggest question is, will 2K also get in the game for college basketball title? I think the odds are pretty high, because letting EA kind of carve it in their basketball market would hurt the sales of NBA 2K. And for what feels like forever, NBA 2K has been the unquestioned best basketball game on the market, even back when NBA Live was still available. But I will say NBA Live made a lot of strides to kind of close that gap before they ultimately called it quits. And I'll be honest, I'm still waiting for EA to announce that the development from NBA Live 20 was still continuing this whole time and they have a new basketball game ready. But that little Instagram post still haunts me to this day. But my initial guess was that 2K would be looking to make an announcement closer to the actual March Madness tournament. Something in a leak memo kind of made me realize that they may not actually be committed to making an actual college basketball game, and their plans could be a lot different than we expected. What gives us reason to believe 2K really isn't interested in making a separate college game is that the College Licensing Company, or the CLC, put out an RFP, which is also known as a request for proposal, back in November of last year. Their memo, which is mentioned by and broken down by Matt Brown, mentions that 5 total companies expressed formal interest, and 3 of them actually filed formal bids. I think it's fair to speculate that of those companies, we're probably looking at EA, which we know for sure it did, 2K, which would make the most sense, and then a mystery third company kind of filled out those 3 formal bids. The third mystery company, I'm not sure. I don't think it would have been an Ubisoft. Maybe if Sony San Diego could have been interested in a college basketball game, but that feels a little bit far. I feel like it could have been something like maybe a Tencent or an Asian-based company that maybe wanted to dive into this market. Or maybe there was an indie company, but still, we don't know the information on that just yet. But the CLC's most recent memo from late last week stated that EA Sports was the only company that submitted a bid that agreed to make a standalone game featuring every men's and women's team in Division I basketball. Other bids were proposing that they would include college content in the game, which we can probably assume is 2K here, and another mentioned producing an action game instead of a full-fledged simulation title, which just feels incredibly weird to me. I guess in theory, this could still mean that 2K offered to create a men's college basketball game and didn't have plans to include the women's game, but at this point, we kind of have to read between the lines a little bit. EA's proposal mentioned that they intend to use real athletes similar to what they do in College Football 25, and that they pay them a licensing fee that would be facilitated by Compass and One Team partners. You can think of this as kind of a similar process to what they're doing for the College Football 25 and 26 athletes, where they're paid a certain amount of money for a stipend, they get a free copy of the game, and they're sort of filling all that information out through the NIL port. The real juicy part here is that EA Sports even alluded to the modes that would potentially be in their game. And speaking of games, have you made the jump to playing daily fantasy sports, whether it's college basketball, the NFL, NBA, or whatever your favorite sport? You can use code GGB on Underdog to get a free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on some of your favorite players in the sport you actually enjoy, and the free pick you get from using code GGB makes it a whole lot easier to win. If you get your picks right, you'll take home some cash cash based on how easy or difficult your selections were. And if you use code GGB on the link below in the description, I'll choose a few of you to do a best ball fantasy football league on Underdog later this summer. But going back to the modes that EA hinted at were similar to what they're offering in college football, which...
The 2026 CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid. Introducing the latest addition to the Honda Trail Sport lineup. Our most capable CR-V yet. Explore the CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid at your local Honda dealer.
Oh my God.
Jurassic World Rebirth is the movie of the summer.
You don't see that every day.
Or ever.
Let's go!
Jurassic World, rated PG-13, in theaters Wednesday.
I think is good news for sports fans. They mentioned Dynasty, Ultimate Team, Road to Glory, and even Team Builder, which has me incredibly excited. There's an additional mention of leveraging the success of college football with college basketball to let fans enjoy both experiences, which I kind of took to assume this is a bundle. You could think that of being similar to the MVP bundle that gets you both Madden and college football at a bit of a discount. The memo does go on to mention the following. EA Sports will include downloadable live service content, which has become a significant factor in the player experience in EA Sports games. By offering additional post-launch content and experiences through live services, EA Sports is able to extend and enhance the total game experience and offer ways to add further value for game players. Paid downloadable content is always optional to players. It creates additional revenue streams that will be shared with participating institutions as incremental revenue royalty opportunities in the sale of games. That to me feels a bit standard, but one of the most interesting things is that EA Sports hints that this would actually not necessarily be a yearly title. There's been a lot of conversation around the industry that sports games maybe shouldn't be an annual title, and they could benefit from longer dev cycles in between them, and it feels like EA is actually exploring that here by what they're saying. Here's the breakdown of what EA Sports proposed. EA Sports is proposing a 6-year term with a commitment to release a minimum of 3 new games over that term, with the first game targeted to release in that 2028-2029 window. They may elect to release up to 6 new games, but that decision is at their option. In years where they do not release a new game, EA Sports will update teams and rosters and athletes via a downloadable patch and be subject to a 50% of their release year minimum royalty guarantee. What this really means is that EA is targeting obviously a 2028-2029 release date, but they mentioned in the legal structure of the deal that they'd only commit to 3 games across 6 years with the potential to release one every year, 6 if they so choose. We could potentially be looking at a scenario where EA Sports releases a college basketball game in 2028, provides roster updates jerseys, adds small features and improvements to the game going in through 2029, and then they have another big release of the game in 2030. And when you consider the history of college basketball games not selling particularly well, this feels like the smartest path that EA could really approach. At the same time though, if the game bangs at launch and they see that numbers and critical reception are through the roof, they could commit to releasing a game every single year. Factor in that there's former NBA 2K basketball talent from some of the best NBA 2Ks like Scott O'Gallagher, who works now on college football and Madden, and Rob Jones, who currently works on college football. This feels like something big could be brewing. There's no sense if either of these guys would be on their college game. We don't have any confirmation there, but you have to imagine those conversations are likely being had. And who knows, if this model works for college basketball, then we potentially could see this impact their other sports games. I've heard rumors in the past that EA had explored this for NBA Live and then for their NHL series, but this would be the first real foray into doing this for a major sports game, really for any major company. There's also a few weird wrinkles in the leaked info, but one stranger one that most people don't really know is that the NCAA has a lot of legal protections over the phrase March Madness and the actual NCAA tournament. EA is reportedly looking at obtaining licenses from the schools, players, conferences, trophies, and even the NCAA here, which would be different than what they do for college football. And the title that they're looking to use, which is subject to change, obviously a working title, is EA Sports College Basketball. And in similar fashion to what they do for royalties in college football, they follow the same path here. Conferences and schools will be paid on an engagement metric, so the more that a team or conference or player from those teams or conferences is used, the better the payout for that respective group. Having a true career mode in a college basketball game has me incredibly excited, because when I saw the mention of Road to Glory or a Road to Glory style mode, you can imagine that being a Road to March Madness. That just gets the juices flowing. I think a lot of us maybe had criticisms of EA Sports in the past when they were just Madden, but when you look at the work that the college football team has done and the work that has been done particularly in Dynasty and Road to Glory mode, I think it makes a lot of us excited about what a college basketball experience could be. And also mention that EA servers have been incredibly stable over the years for their sports games, which means a reliable experience out there. But I do have to wonder, will 2K come back with a proposal of their own, maybe saying, okay, we see that EA is out here committing to Division 1 for, you know, men's and women's basketball. Maybe we will try to do that as well to get the CLC on board. Or will 2K just say, nah, we're good with NBA 2K and we'll keep doing what we have? That is one of the biggest dominoes in this entire thing, because if we get 2 college basketball games competing, that changes a lot of things versus just one company doing it. But wait a second, 2K just dropped a bomb on the timeline with a brand new tweet that shakes up literally everything. It's entirely possible this could just be a rogue social media manager driving up engagements, but I'd be hard to find it to believe that 2K will let a tweet like this go out without some strategic element to it. The tweet says, the campus has been quiet for too long, and is in response to someone reaching out to 2K and saying 2K should be making the college basketball game. Actually, this person didn't even reach out to 2K. This was just floating on the timeline, and they happened to go grab it. This was very strategic to me, but I don't feel like it's a confirmation instead. I really wouldn't consider this a confirmation that college hoops is coming back yet, but it definitely makes the entire convo way more interesting now. I mean, would 2K match EA by adding the men and women's teams to the game? Would they only add to the men's side of college basketball? Would it just be an NBA 2K? Would they just make their own separate? We have all these questions that I'm going to be working to answer for you guys soon. But what do you want the most out of a college basketball game? With EA back in the game, do you want to see 2K take a stab at it too? Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all the information on the return of college basketball games. It's a great time to be a sports gamer. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.
Niggas don't see that.
7 years of fun and play. Go to Ocean for our 7th birthday. Hit a jackpot. Take a lucky spin. With over $7 million in prizes, time to go for the win. We've cherry-picked 7 new experiences for sizzling summer fun. Our partners are locked in. It's seriously a hole-in-one. Go for the biggest acts and the hottest tracks. Make it a sweet escape. Go to Ocean. Go for the win.
Bedtime is rough, and we'll go to extremes to fall asleep. Tempur-Pedic adapts to your body's needs to help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. So ditch the eye masks. Head to Ashley to find your perfect Tempur-Pedic.
New rhythm. I ain't shoot the ball since the first quarter. Ass, bro. That shit is trash, bro. Shit is not good, bro. These niggas really think this shit is good. Shooting 30 shots and get 30 points. It's crazy.
Hello there, sports gamers. Welcome back into the channel. I'm Brandon Satterwhite, and we had a huge news day today in the sports gaming landscape as EA Sports announces that they are officially working on a new college basketball video game, the first since NCAA Basketball 10 on the PS3 and Xbox 360. This was a huge piece of news. We're starting to get the first bit of details, and it seems like 2K Sports has responded and teased that they might also be working on something. There's a lot to go over here in this video. Before we get into it, if you like our coverage, make sure to leave a like on the videos. It helps us out with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Check out our secondary channels and the links in the description. And let's get into the video.
Sports Gamers Online is the #1 source for the sports gamer.
Okay, so a lot of news broke today, and so we're just going to break it down fairly simply. So, of course, you know, we saw today EA Sports put out on their official X page bring the madness, let's run it back, hashtag college basketball, hashtag it's in the game. So this basically let us all know, hey, we are officially working on a new college basketball game. It's very similar to that tweet that they had several years ago letting us know, hey, we're working on a college football game. That was in February of 2021, I believe, and then the game released in July of 2024, so about a 3-year gap. And then following that, we started to get reports about details about it, a lot of it coming from Matt Brown, who put out the initial report before about the fact that EA was possibly working on a new college basketball game. And so you probably remember him. He did a lot of the reporting leading up to the release of College Football 25. And he got a lot of information about the different assets that different schools were giving to EA to be put into the game. And so he did a lot of really great reporting. If you want to follow the information about this, definitely consider following him on X. But yeah, so he put out, on Extra Points, which is his platform, this piece here saying EA Sports looks to bring back college basketball video games starting in 28-29. And so if we look a little bit closer at what exactly Brown was reporting here, it says that in a memo that was sent to college conference offices from the College Licensing Company dated June 26, 2025, which was late last week, CLC put out a request for proposal to create a college basketball video game in November 2024. According to the memo, 5 companies expressed formal interest and 3 filed formal bids. The CLC memo recommends that the conferences accept the proposal made by EA Sports to bring back EA Sports College Basketball. This proposal states a plan for EA Sports to release the first game in 2028. There's a lot of information there, so let's break this down. So basically, the College Licensing Company is a company that helps universities and the NCAA and the conferences and the bowl games and all that with licensing their stuff out to companies, including EA Sports for video games, but also, clothes manufacturers, hat manufacturers, merchandise, all that stuff. So they put out a memo last week saying, hey, back in November, after we saw the success of EA Sports College Football 25, we sent out a message to developers saying, hey, do you want to make us a proposal to make a college basketball video game? And according to them, 5 expressed interest and 3 actually filed formal bids with them. And now, last week, the CLC sent out a message to the conferences saying, hey, we recommend accepting EA Sports' proposal. We got some other details that Curtis Russell, the editor here at Sports Gamers Online, reported on earlier today, that Chris Vanini of The Athletic dropped some details saying the game would feature 730 different teams and would have similar game modes to the college football series. This means the game will certainly have a Road to Glory counterpart along with other modes like Dynasty and such. In addition to the game modes, Vanini and Matt Brown have both stated the new basketball game is set to release in 2028. He also reported that the massive success of College Football 25 was a contributing factor in the decision to develop a new college basketball game. Lastly, on Matt Brown's website, Extra Points, he suggests the original proposal of the game included women's basketball, which would be a first in the series' history. Brown tweeted, this proposal also calls for the inclusion of women's basketball programs. So this would be a standalone title with both men's and women's college basketball teams and players. So those are what we know so far. There would be over 700 teams possibly, similar modes to college football, and men and women's programs would be included. Now, after this happened, a lot of people started saying, hey, what about 2K? They made the college hoop series. Are they going to hop into this as well, considering, they currently make NBA 2K, which is the top basketball game out there? Well, on X today, the official NBA 2K X account quote tweeted this tweet saying that 2K should be making the college basketball game and said, the campus has been quiet for too long. Side-eye face. So,
the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club, the ambiance, the food, first stop on the trip of a lifetime. Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Go ahead, make your day with the Neo QLED 8K. With glare-free technology, even smarter with SmartThings.
It seems there, like this evening at 4:57 p.m. Central Time today, NBA 2K is teasing that they're doing something college basketball related. However, Matt Brown also in his piece today talked about what EA Sports' proposal included. And as we zoom in here, let's read this part here that says EA Sports has committed to building a basketball experience from the ground up, just as they did with college football. Building a game of this scale is a significant investment, and to maximize this opportunity, EA Sports is requiring exclusive action simulation rights. Now, this is the CLC in their memo talking to the conferences, saying that, hey, if we accept this, part of EA's proposal is they want the exclusive rights to make simulation college basketball games. Now, we don't know if the conferences have already approved this or if they haven't yet, but it's clear that EA Sports is pulling the exclusive rights play out of their playbook again from what they did with Madden, and are trying to do it again here to try to get exclusive rights to make college basketball video games. And that the CLC has proposed to the conferences that that proposal be accepted. Despite this, 2K has again put out this teaser. And this evening, in a statement to The Athletic, 2K Sports said, 2K is the undisputed home of basketball gaming. We have a strong history with college hoops and are exploring exciting new ways to bring athletes and schools to life. Class is in session. So we definitely know that EA Sports is working on college basketball. They have released that tweet today and said so. And the CLC is recommending to the collegiate conferences that EA Sports be given exclusive rights to make a new college basketball game, with the expected timeline for that game first being released around 2028. 2K says we're doing something, but we're not quite sure exactly what that means yet, or if EA is going to get those exclusive rights, and if they do, will 2K have to make an arcade-style game, or something similar to the NFL 2K mobile game that they put out that was basically a card-collecting Ultimate Team-style mode. We're not sure. So this is still a very fluid situation. There's still a lot that we don't really know yet. We just know that the memo was sent to the conferences and they recommended EA Sports' proposal be approved. So that is going to do it for this video, you guys. I know this is a bit of a shorter one, but there's honestly not a whole lot we know yet about this potential college basketball game. And there's still a lot kind of up in the air about if 2K is going to be able to make theirs while EA Sports makes theirs, or if it'll just be EA making one. We're going to have to wait and see how that all plays out, who gets the rights and such. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this? Would you like to see EA Sports get those exclusive rights and bring back the college basketball series because of what they've gotten to do with college football? Or do you want to see 2K get to do that because of their work with the NBA 2K series? Let us know down in the comments your thoughts on this. Again, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like, because it does help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe so you don't miss out on our future videos, and check out the links in the description for our secondary channels, SGO Gridiron and SGO Dugout. And for all your sports gaming news and updates, stay tuned to Sports Gamers Online. I'm Brandon Satterwhite with SGO. Thank you for watching.
Y'all niggas still do this fucking ass, man. Niggas wide open in the corner, dog. Taking contested shots and niggas fucking.
Eye care can be complicated, but VisionWorks makes things simple. We organize frames by shape and price, so it's simple to find a pair you love at a price you'll adore.
Oh, I love these.
And if you change your mind?
Well, I changed my mind.
There it is. There's our 100-day guarantee. Ooh, those are nice. And that's the VisionWorks difference. We're still filming a commercial. Hey, VisionWorks. See the difference.
Why is Amazon paying me $600 a day because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to show you a way to potentially make money by pairing Amazon with the power of AI without ever selling physical products. And I promise you've never heard about this before. I just created some simple digital products, then I put them up on Amazon, and it was so exciting. The first time I tried it, I made $14, and I was like, oh my goodness, this actually works. Hi, I'm Carla Marie, and the coolest part is Amazon puts over 300 million customers just a click away. So age, experience, qualifications, none of it matters. I want to share my full system with you, but obviously this is an ad, so I'm hosting a free workshop where I walk you through my system step by step. This system has transformed my life, and it's sprinkled a little magic in the lives of hundreds of other people. Now, I hate workshops that are so slow and boring that they send you to sleep, so I made sure that this workshop moves fast and that it's fun, exciting, and informative. That said, if you love face-to-face selling, don't click on this ad. You see, with this, you never need to talk to anyone or push products on people, so this definitely isn't a good fit for someone with a salesy personality type. However, if you want to learn a low-key way to potentially make some extra money working from home that can cover some important bills and help you enjoy more fun trips, don't wait. Click anywhere around this video and watch the free workshop now. Discover how we create reliable streams of semi-passive income without complex websites, unneeded stress, or huge startup costs. You'll even get 3 valuable bonuses just for watching. We've designed these bonuses to help you succeed with this as fast as possible. I can't promise this training will be free forever, so watch it now. Could this be the stepping stone you need to start living the kind of life you've only dreamed of? There's only one way to find out. So click now, watch the training, claim your bonuses. You'll be glad you did. I'll see you on the other side.
Like you asked. 0 for 3, nigga. Man. Man, somebody man down. He is not guarding me. It's fuck that. I can't shit.
Almost done.
Come on, man.
The unthinkable just happened. No one saw this coming except maybe me, because I dropped a video on it 2 weeks ago saying the possible return of college basketball games. Well, EA officially confirmed today that it is coming back 100%. As you see, this tweet by EA Sports says, "Bring the madness. Let's run it back. CBB, it's in the game." CBB obviously going to stand for college basketball. So just like EA brought back college football, and it was one of the highest selling games of all time, they're now going to bring college basketball back, hoping to have that same result. So we're going to talk about exactly when do we think this is going to drop. Woodaway probably will have in it. You watch the full video as we talk about the return and the excitement of college basketball arrival to 2K actually making a basketball game. The crazy thing about this tweet already has 3 million views and it's only been up for about 50 minutes. It's only been up 50 minutes and it has this many views already. As you see, it's very hype and it's a lot of excitement. A lot of people are hype about it in the comments, just excited. Everyone's tweeting and quote tweeting. No one can believe it, basically. Everybody is overly excited for it because they're like, man, out of 12 something years, we finally got a college basketball game. And 2K fans are excited because they now have a different basketball game that they can play other than NBA 2K. They're excited about that. They finally have a different game that they can dribble around, play on, and do all of that. But there was no announcement date. So there was no date on when it's dropping. Therefore, it will most likely drop next year. It's probably in the works, in the final touches, which is why they were able to announce it, because they're almost done with the game most likely. So if they're almost done, we can expect it to probably drop. You can probably expect it to drop in 2026. So probably it'll be College Basketball 27 is what I would assume the title would be. Now, based off college football, we know if there's a popular mode called Road to Glory, and I would think they will bring that into college basketball. As you know, most people want to be able to make their own players and all that stuff. So I would see that you will have some form of a Road to Glory similarly to college football. I think they would probably make it very similar to it, to where, you know, you basically can just play throughout your years. You know, freshman year, sophomore year, or you want to go to the NBA, then you can. You know, a lot of college basketball players only play 1 year. They do one and done. So I don't know if it'll be a little different, because I think they may need to add a little more, because a lot of people, I mean, let's be real, the best players are one and dones in college basketball. So they might just need to do a multiplayer mode. It's easier to do a multiplayer mode with basketball than football, because when you do like an open world with football, it's really hard because it's 11 positions. You got linemen, D tackles, you got all kind of stuff. So it's real hard to do a full everybody lock position lock into one thing. However, basketball, it's relatively easy. So could there be like some form of a park-ish vibe mode or a 3-on-3 mode? I seriously believe that it is a chance that college basketball will implement some form of a competitor to 2K, as in not just a story mode based game like college football. College football 25 and probably 26 will all be like story mode based games, where basically you have a story mode with Road to Glory and you have Dynasty mode. You can play online too, but that'll be about it. You can play online versus other people, but besides that, there is no true online factor with the game. So I can see that college basketball will probably take a more advanced approach than college football did, and hopefully try to somewhat compete with 2K and have some form of a more multiplayer based game. Of course, you'll be able to do dynasty modes, run dynasties with your team. You know, your one and done's gone. You get you a, you know, generational player out of high school. You got to try to convince them not to leave. No, brother, don't leave. Stay one more year. Stay one more. You might have to try to convince them. You got, you know, people running dynasties trying to win multiple championships with different players. You got some players that's going to stay all 3 years, you know, the role player. You got some superstars like, you know, Bron might come in and just take the world, you know, the whole nation by storm, and then leave the next year to the NBA. And you can't convince them to stay. So I think to really give college basketball a fair shot against 2K, I mean, I think people are going to buy it anyway, honestly. I mean, you saw college football. I honestly think people are going to buy it anyway just because there's another game out. I'm going to buy it, and I know a lot of people in this video comment section will be buying it. In the comments, let me know if you're buying this game or not, whether or not it has a online mode like how 2K has or not. I think people are going to buy it regardless, simply because you can still play, you know, player versus player matches online. So it's still going to give you a basketball game to play other than 2K when 2K makes you mad, especially if you don't end up liking 2K26 or even 2K27 when college basketball will probably come out, which is probably in 2026. But the last college basketball game, I believe, was college basketball 10. I believe it was 10. That was the absolute last one they dropped. And, you know, just like NCAA, they had a lot of issues with the players and all that stuff. And they were also doing NBA Live at the same time. So where does this take NBA Live? Because, yes, we have college basketball now, but will NBA Live return? Is NBA Live done?
Out here, a reputation is built the same way anything is. One bolt, one cut, one nail at a time. So get to it with Metabo HPT.
New Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones. Save the best for last. That's DAS.
Will NBA Live make a return? I thought that was announced first, and suddenly, you know, we have to question what happened with NBA Live, because how we skip that? I'm starting to wonder, they just ditch it. You know, maybe they ditched it and say, you know what, we saw how good college football was, bump it. Let's go college basketball. Let's go a whole left field. Let's go the whole left field. Let's not even compete with 2K on that level. Let's go on a level 2K probably won't go, and that's college basketball. Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought EA was working on an NBA game, NBA Live game. Because as they've been saying years ago, NBA Live was in the works. You know, that was way back in 2019. It's about to be 2026, and we haven't heard a peep. But we did hear peep about college basketball. So, I mean, let me know how y'all feel about that. Do y'all even care that NBA Live just disappeared? I don't know what happened to NBA Live, but that joint disappeared. But when you look at college basketball highlights and stuff, you can see right here, I'm looking at a video on YouTube. It looks real interesting still. Even now, I mean, it looked like it was still good, and it did give you a sense of like a park environment too. So this is what we hope the college basketball will be, something like this, where we can still hoop in a park environment, but be in college and not NBA. Because essentially all we want is another park game, another game to where we can all do this stuff, you know, hoop around and do, you know, and be able to be in another atmosphere and just something different gameplay, different style than how NBA 2K is. Let me see if anything else they got in. To pick the colleges and all that, and, you know, you get picked, you know, Oklahoma, Alabama, and then you can go crazy in there. I just think it'd be fire all around. I just think this would be fire. Just look like it's real fun. I think this is huge for the sports gaming community. I think this is colossal, man. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. And to next video. I'll see y'all there, man.
The 2026 CRV Trail Sport Hybrid. To find your way, sometimes you have to pave it yourself. That's why the CRV Trail Sport Hybrid has features like all-terrain tires and available enhanced traction control. Introducing the 2026 CRV Trail Sport Hybrid, our most capable CRV yet. Explore the CRV Trail Sport Hybrid at your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
The simplest moments in life are the sweetest. They're spent surrounded by the people you love, and they're filled with goodness. Milo's has been making moments sweeter since 1946, when Milo and B. Carlton brewed their first batch of sweet tea. 100% natural and made fresh daily with high-quality
What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video today. I don't know, this might be the happiest video I'll have on the Ty Debo channel in a very, very, very long time. This is the moment I've literally been waiting years for. EA Sports tweets, "Bring the madness. Let's run it back." College basketball, it's in the game. EA, officially, it looks like, who knows, because EA has said that they were making an NBA Live game 5 years ago and it never came. But EA tweets out today that, college basketball is coming. Now, here's the thing. Here's why I really like this. Number one, I like it for the fact that I'm really into college sports. I always have been, whether it's college football, college basketball. I'm just into college sports. Honestly, I really didn't get into the NBA until like 5 to 6 years ago, probably. Because growing up, I was just really into college sports. So for me personally, like, I'm excited about it because I'm really into college sports. But the bigger thing here is we have another basketball game. And that's important because no matter what it is, the fact that you've got another basketball game and it's from a different company, I think is massive. Because, like, for example, college football and Madden, right? They're both EA games, right? So there's not going to be like that much competition. There's going to be a ton of competition between EA college basketball and NBA 2K, right? There is going to be, because it is a basketball game. Now, I will say this. You still do got a little bit of a different fan base, right? There's a lot of people out there, especially that aren't from necessarily the US, that aren't into necessarily college basketball, that are into the NBA, those types of things. But I'm really, really, really excited because you've got a basketball game that is officially coming that's not 2K. So even if there's like an ultimate team mode in college basketball, it's going to be a lot of fun because, yeah, there's going to be some actual college basketball players, but you're going to have some of the NBA players in there as well. I at least want to believe. I don't know exactly what the rights look like and all those things, but I'm excited. And even for me, like, I'm excited because it doesn't even have to be like my team or ultimate team. It's just another basketball game that's exciting, man. Like, I think there's competition coming on the way, and you guys will see, even I tweeted, is this competition for 2K? Because it is another basketball game, right? So, like, with the way 2K has done things in recent years, a lot of, like, the fan base or the community is just kind of really upset and kind of annoyed, I think is a good way to phrase it. And so now we do have another basketball game to play. And so if you're really fed up with 2K and do want to play another basketball game, then here you go. Now, I will say, as far as like gameplay wise in the past, I feel like 2K is going, or at least should be, ahead of EA when it comes down to gameplay, right? I'm not going to sit up here and act like, college basketball gameplay should be as good as 2K, because again, 2K's been making basketball games for a very long time, whereas EA, I think this is going to be the first one in years. But EA has said that they were working on an NBA Live game for the past 5 years. So maybe, just maybe they'll have something special for us planned. I don't know, right? I'm just trying to find some sort of optimism, within this, with the fact that, guess what? EA, yeah, they haven't made an NBA Live game, but they said that they were working on it at least. Ultimately, I think any sort of competition with 2K can only make both games better. It's business, right? It's life. If there's competition within your field, you've got to, whether it's like a business, you might have to lower prices, right? You might have to make it more accessible. You might have to do things that are more fun, right? If college basketball has a big time tournament in that game, whereas 2K doesn't, that's where a lot of the player base is going to maybe go as well. So these are the types of things, or maybe, EA has more of like a grind, more of like attainable good cards and just a better ultimate team mode, right? There are different things within, each game that are going to have pros, are going to have cons. Gameplay wise, I'm guessing 2K is going to be better, but who knows? I don't even think, we haven't had an NBA Live game on, the new gen consoles. I don't think so. That could be something that EA really, does something with. I just think, yes, it's college versus NBA. So there are going to be defined differences within them, but at the end of the day, it's a basketball game, and I like college basketball, I like the NBA. And so I'm really, really excited to see what this does have in store for us. Now, there's nothing within this tweet as far as like a timeline, as far as a timetable. There's really nothing. All they really say is bring the madness, let's run it back. So we'll see what this game does end up being like, what it entails, how, good it is, when it's coming, all of those types of things. But all I can say is the more competition you can have, the better the game's gonna be. Because I think over the past 3 to 4 years, we've seen a decline in like 2K and definitely them really focusing on microtransactions. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The more microtransactions that 2K gets, the happier they are. And that's all that they've really cared about within the My Team mode. Realistically, they don't care about the player base. I had somebody, I was, you know, out with, you know, the other night, and I had somebody come up to me and say, hey, like, they, whatever, and then they said, yeah, I haven't played 2K since they got rid of the auction house, right? And honestly, can we blame anybody that doesn't play 2K anymore? No, we can't. Why? Because the game has went so far towards the gambling, so far towards the microtransaction, and so hopefully, when EA does come out with a college basketball game, hopefully they do have an Ultimate Team mode, and hopefully it's not all pay to win. Hopefully it's not all focused on microtransactions. Hopefully it is a good Ultimate Team mode that can give some competition to 2K. Like that's ultimately what I'm hoping for. Am I optimistic? I don't know. Especially year one of the whatever the college basketball game is. Expect there to be some hiccups. Expect there to maybe not, you know, be on their A game. Because even with the college football game, like I did a lot of college football content for a while, so I can kind of give you guys a glimpse of that. They dropped like the same 7-8 players 9 to 10 times. So like, for example, if they would have made a college basketball game this year, we would have seen like 8-9 different Cooper Flay cards. I don't like that, especially in college sports. There's how many different college basketball teams, especially D1 at the D1 level, over 300, I'm pretty sure, something like that. And so there's no reason to give us 8 of one card, maybe a few, right? If you want to, but there's no reason to get 8-9 cards. And that's why, again, I really like college basketball coming, because the variety to it can be way different, and it can just be a really big, fresh, new big breath of fresh air, honestly. So that's, again, why I'm excited about this. I hope that this comes sooner rather than later, but at the end of the day, I don't want EA to rush it, right? I don't want them to drop like an incomplete game, any of those things. But this is like the biggest sign of any sort of competition to 2K that we have seen in a very long time, right? I think it was 2019, the last time NBA Live, it might have been 2022, I'm not sure, but the last time that they tweeted that they were working on an NBA game. So now that, you know, obviously NIL is a thing, you know, they can get the players' rights, it could be a lot of fun, not only for My Team, but just fun in general to play a college basketball game, because it's way different, right? Like even in franchise modes, even in, you know, I guess, what is it called in there? I don't know what it's called in there, but you're gonna have, right, Play Now Online, in which you can use whatever teams you want. You're gonna have, you know, recruiting in like the seasons where you pick a team and then you're gonna be able to recruit. NIL is gonna be a thing. It is way different than the NBA game, for sure. And I like that, right? It's still the basketball game, but again, it is way different. So at the core of it, it is a different fan base a little bit. But I am definitely super excited about this, super stoked about this. This is probably the most excited I've been in a very long time, because am I fed up of 2K? I mean, I still play the game. It is what it is. But I am so fed up of them really focusing on microtransactions. They need to really be worried about their player base first and foremost. Otherwise, they're going to lose people to the college basketball game. Like the guy I talked to the other night, I almost guarantee will play college basketball and won't play 2K. Why? Again, they removed the auction house. They went so far down the rabbit hole of gamble-only content and microtransactions focused. And again, they probably are going to lose a lot of their player base. Not a lot, but some of their player base to this college basketball game. So I'm excited about it. I'm hopeful of it. Am I optimistic? I don't know. It's going to kind of have to be a prove it to me thing for EA, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I need a breath of fresh air.
Fuck what he said. I'm fed up with 2K. Fuck 2K. Bring on college.
As much as anybody, it's official. EA Sports is going to be making a college basketball game. I hope it comes sooner rather than later. I'm intrigued. This is what I want to hit on. I'm intrigued to this. Does 2K have the rights to like any college? Could 2K make a college sports game or not? I guess is what I'm wondering, college basketball game or not. Because if not, again, then we'll have to see what this truly does look like. So that's going to be intriguing to me as well. But that is going to wrap it up for our video today. College basketball officially coming back, which I could not be more excited about. Again, I'm really eager to see what EA does with this. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later, only at safelight.com.
Take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it.
I cannot believe I am saying this right now, but we don't just have college football back anymore, boys. We have college basketball games coming back as well, and I have been hit by a truck with this news. Like, it caught me so off guard. I am sitting there today reacting to the gameplay first look against Ryan Williams. If you all saw how it ended, I don't want to spoil it. I'll have a video on my main channel showing actual raw gameplay that they didn't include, and then behind the scenes stuff too. But I was just reacting to that, and then in the chat, everybody starts just hitting, college basketball games are back, college basketball. And I'm confused out of my mind because I was down at EA a few weeks ago. I was down with people at EA a few weeks ago, I guess twice, because I had to film this video. So yeah, at the beginning of the month, I guess at the middle of this month, I've been with people from EA, and both times, every single time I've been down there, college basketball, college basketball. Is there any chance it can come back? Y'all did it with college football. I have been asking because I want college basketball games back so bad. I am sick of going back, firing up the PS3 or an emulator, and playing these god-awful, I guess they were decent for their time, but they're just not good. I don't enjoy 2K8. I don't really like NCAA Basketball 10. And we finally get to have college basketball games back. But they were telling me, no, we don't know anything. No, it's probably not going to happen. Lying to my face. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't, and they were just working it out. But I took that as all hope gone. And then I see in the chat, people are spamming it today. So I'm like, okay, college basketball games? This is people trolling. There's no way the EA's bringing back college basketball games as well. And then I open up Twitter to put out a tweet about my heartbreaking loss, and I see it. I see it. The EA Sports Twitter account puts out, bring the madness, let's run it back, college basketball, it's in the game. So they don't even have a media team, I'm guessing, for this game yet. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out. We're going to look more into that, find out what they're planning on, see if there's any information out there. But they put it on this account, so they don't have a college team running up the college basketball account yet. And yeah, college games are so back. Everyone's hype. There's Drew. He's happy as well. I mean, all of us wanted this. We really have made it. And you know what? We can talk about this too. I know I work with EA on some stuff. It kind of just makes sense. But if you asked me, who would I choose to make a college basketball game, especially in the next few years with a great turnaround, I'd actually prefer 2K. I know they've gotten pushback, especially on the microtransaction side, because I watched a video on it the other day. I haven't opened up a 2K in years, but they've been working on basketball games and perfecting them for a lot longer than what EA has done. I think the last one they put out was what? NBA Live 19, and then they didn't put out another NBA Live since then. Maybe there was one other in the works. I don't really remember, but 2K specializes on the basketball side. So it'd just be easy for me to be like, yeah, I'd want 2K to put out this game instead, but EA's taking the initiative, and so now I'm going to have to rally behind that because we're getting college basketball back. That is the most important part. In a perfect world, then 2K sees this and they're like, hang on, we could do this better, and we get competition. That would be a perfect world. Is there space for 2 college basketball games? I feel like there would be for the first release, but we'll see how this all plays out. Point is, college basketball coming back. Doesn't matter who it's from. We're getting the video game back, and that's what I care about. Now, what I've been able to find is it's supposed to come back in 2028. Now, I don't know if this is like November 2028 when the college basketball season starts or before March Madness. I would guess they do like an October, November release. And there are just so many ads on this site, but we're still going to read through the article anyway. EA Sports is set to bring back college basketball in 2028, according to a memo obtained by Matt Brown. We'll probably have to read through that as well. The video game also teased the release on their official Twitter X account. EA Sports and 2K both stopped their annual releases of college basketball games prior to 2013, but with the success of the College Football 1, basketball was the next logical step. In a memo sent to college conference offices from the CLC dating July 26, 2025, so this is very recent. They definitely don't have a team for this game yet. That was 4 days ago. They put out a request for a proposal to create a college basketball game in November 2024. Okay, now I'm lost. Not sure which of those dates it actually was now. Oh well. According to the memo, 5 companies expressed formal interest and 3 filed formal bids. So does that mean 2K could have expressed interest and then they gave it to just EA? I don't know. The CLC memo recommends that the conference accept the proposal made by EA Sports to bring back. It states a plan for them to release the first game in 2028. It was over a decade between college football games, and that'll be the case with college basketball, but it looks like the drought will end in 3 years. Due to the NIL space, there was a lot of speculation of whether video games would return now that players are able to profit off of their likeness compared to the original ones. EA Sports wants to make sure they got on the ground floor, bring back a college basketball game. It's reality. At this point, hard to determine how the game will look 3 years from now. That's very true. They're going to have a lot of work cut out, especially since there's like 370 Division I college basketball teams. College basketball 29, that could be a reality. With how expansive the college football game is, it's sure to be in-depth on the hardwood. All right. It also opens up the possibility of adding additional sports, maybe college baseball. We'll see. Yeah, they just put it right there. Is it as in-depth as it could be? It's not there yet. I mean, we're still in the first couple years of the college football game. As for the Matt Brown article, who is also putting this stuff out, there's not really much else in here. Just says that they shared with 5 companies that are active in the video game space. 3 of those submitted proposals, and each company presented their plans. Following this detailed process, the final proposal from EA offered the best overall opportunity for revenue and institution participation for the following reasons, and it's cut off after that. I would love to know what those final reasons were. You could probably get freaked out just by reading it provided the best opportunity for revenue, but was 2K providing a proposal if they didn't have a better revenue opportunity? I feel like they wouldn't. I really don't know. I know that VC has gotten a lot more expensive. It's harder to earn inside their game. But I think no matter what company makes it, those first couple years, you're not going to be spending much money on any microtransactions. If they put those in the game immediately, then people are going to be repulsed. But as much as I sit here and I question, could we get a better college basketball game if 2K put it out, just because they've been in the basketball space for so much longer? And honestly, some of their depth, especially on the, not my career, my GM side, is very impressive. I could sit here, question it, whatever, but I'm just going to get excited because someone had to do college basketball games, but we need to have Team Builder coming back. That's one of my big hopes. If we have Team Builder, that'd be huge. I don't want to just use small schools. Let me put in an NAI school if I want to, create a school. Having create a school, having create a sign, create a fan, create a player, all of that stuff should exist in this current state of games, and right now all we have is create a team on college football. You could argue there's create a player with Road to Glory, but I can't create a recruit or anything. I just want as much customization as possible. I'm hoping they build that in this game from the ground up. It's going to be interesting to see how they end up doing a show for whenever the bracket's announced. Pulling off an upset, what it's going to feel like. How many of these home crowds are going to be realistic to what their stadium's like? Because they're going to get Rep Arena down. Kentucky, we're going to be represented the right way. But are they going to get Northern Kentucky's arena down? Are they going to get some of these small, tiny schools replicated perfectly? Or would that be really, really challenging to do it for 350, 70, 380? I don't know how many D1 schools there are, but I would imagine it'd be very challenging to get all the information in, have all of them submit stuff in time, and then get it replicated. But at least the roster sizes are a lot smaller, so rosters will be easier. All the team creation is going to be harder. That's my prediction, at least. I mean, even for D1 college football teams, there were some of them that just didn't submit information in time, which is why you'd have stuff like Hawaii Stadium missing from the game last year. As long as we have college basketball back, I think we'll be happy. But of course, a few years after that, we want it to be really good. You sure won't hear any complaints out of me. It was a nice surprise on this Monday morning. It's going to be hard to wait those 3 years, but whenever the time comes, I will be on that game. And you best believe there will be a lot of content on it too.
Pennsylvania homeowners, if you're tired of paying too much money for electricity and have a history of paying your bills on time, then you could be eligible for a program that allows you to go solar for $0 out of pocket. That's right, you won't.
I'm making this video right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we were just talking about how there is a wide open gold mine in the basketball space. A company doesn't have to spend a bunch of money on the $1 billion license for the NBA. They can make a college basketball game, and college football just proved to everybody just how much people care about an older game coming back. Look, College Football 25. You guys, I played this game a lot last year. It became As you all see, 2.2 million sales right before the game even came out, and then the best-selling sports video game in the US of all time based on dollar sales. We finally got it, guys. Another game to make content on that is basketball, an attempt to get a better basketball product than 2K, and at the very, very least, it should make them try to compete. There is another product out there that they got to watch out for. If you all have not seen yet, right here, EA Sports tweeted out, "Bring the madness, let's run it back. College basketball, it's in the game." Oh, I can't believe it. I really can't. And there's going to be so many people, of course. Oh, it's EA, but I don't care. I literally don't care. The game it could be awful. Who knows when it comes out? It could be terrible. But right now, we have competition in the basketball space for the first time since 2019. I can't believe it, man. If you guys ever played college basketball, the last one was 2009. 2009, Black Cobra went to Twitter and said this is probably the biggest W for basketball gaming. Now, we're already wondering, will there be a park? Will there be rec? Will there be created players? We have no idea at the moment. There is so much more news to come to figure this game out, guys. And of course, it will all be talked about on this channel. Oh my gosh, man. Make sure you turn on notifications because 2K26 news is coming out. And then we got college basketball. We're going to figure out everything about these two games. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to say. But at the very least, once again, please just know that what I'm happiest about is there is competition. Look how good. I see people already saying, like on my post on Twitter, oh, this isn't competition. But are you serious? Do you see how many copies college football just sold? They had 2 million sales before the game came out. And then apparently it became the highest sold sports video game ever. I remember playing college football 14. My team, I had Michael Vick on there. Or not my team. It was Madden, the Ultimate Team, whatever it was called. Cut. College Ultimate Team. I couldn't wait for the game to come back. Well, that's why so many of us were excited. College basketball is going to be a completely different look at hooping. Bro, if they have a park, if they have my team, my GM, all that stuff, it's over. It's not like, oh, 2K is done for sure. But what I'm saying is, guys, live used to be the game.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping,
my OGs in here, live used to be the game before 2K was out. Yes, they did let us down. A good amount of us back in, 18, 19. The game wasn't on par with 2K19. I do believe, however, NBA Live was better than a few of the 2Ks that have came out in the next generation. But what I'm trying to say is this is a completely new look. This is a completely new generation that EA hasn't touched one time. They got all these profits from Madden, all these profits from college football. Don't think that they are about to jump into this space and make a lousy product. They're gonna try and take a huge share from 2K. I told y'all, bro, in a just recently, which is so crazy how wide open this space is. I'm telling y'all, I fully believe, and I'll say it again, I've said it a few times now, there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of people that buy this game before they even see the gameplay. Like, they don't even got to see it. There are so many dissatisfied, disappointed, let down 2K customers. They will buy another basketball product that is a simulation basketball game. There's not been a simulation 2K that they've had the simulation space for 5-6 years now. We're going to buy this game before even seeing gameplay. A lot of us. I am. I just want to play another basketball product. If the gameplay is even close to 2K, if it oh my gosh, I can't guys. I mean, that could, look, think about it. The success of this game could bring back NBA Live. And, you know, like I said, NBA Live, you know, it wasn't the greatest, all right? It has its issues. But this could bring back basketball, folks. 2K has had a complete, not legal monopoly, but they basically had a monopoly. Like, they're the only simulation basketball game. I can't believe it. So anyway, let's just talk about this real quick because I don't know if this is true. So please take this with a grain of salt. I have no idea if it's true, but from the Google search, when I was looking at when is the last time a college basketball came out, it was Kevin Love on the cover, which is just insane. But it says it was developed by EA, and then you see right there the series was discontinued due to lawsuits over the NIL and stuff like that. But EA Sports has just announced the return of their college basketball game with a scheduled release in 2028. That is our only issue here. 2028. Now, I don't know. That is it hurts. It really does hurt to see that. I don't know if that's true at all. I really don't. But guys, if it has a park mode, if it has a rec mode, I mean, there's so much potential here. There is so much potential to disrupt what has been going on. Both of these games are going to compete against each other, 2K and EA. And now you can't just leave issues on the table. You can't just leave major issues on the table because someone's just going to go, oh, 2K's got these issues that they're not going to fix. I'll just go play college basketball with my created player in the park. Why do I have to play 2K when I can do the exact same thing and have better gameplay or whatever they think is better on college basketball? It's not just gameplay. There's so many things 2K is going to have to focus on now, guys, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, man. If you all have not dropped a like yet, please drop a like. I'm going to be posting all the updates on this game. I don't know about this 2028 date. That is kind of the scary part, that we have to wait 2-3 more years possibly. But I don't know, man. We will see what's happening. They did announce college football, and I do believe it took a while for that game to come out. But if it does come out in 2028, before we get out of here, let me just talk to you guys real quick. If it does, I believe that will be on the newer generation of consoles by then. I could be wrong, but it does seem like that's around right when we're going to get the next gen consoles. You see what I'm saying? So that's a completely entire generation that EA missed out on in basketball in general. Like NBA Live never had a next gen game. So this is a whole new generation. Not only did they miss one, this is 2 generations later. So I've got a lot of hope right now in the basketball space, in the competition area, what I've been talking about. Like, this is a whole breath of fresh air that has so many possibilities, and it's really just up to EA to just knock it down. And the thing is, they did so good, in my opinion, with college football. Like, I don't know if the game has huge issues. I'm a casual, okay? So unlike 2K, I'm a casual in college football. I was just playing Dynasty with my boys and, you know, recruiting people. And I don't know, like, in the competitive side, you know, competitive people on 2K, they hate the game. So maybe it's like that for college football. But all I know is I was having a lot of fun on that game. I think they did really good. I'm buying College Football 26. I can't wait for it. So what if 2K does that? I mean, I didn't play Madden for years, and college football had me stuck on that game, bro. I was living on that game for a month or two before 2K25 came out. Maybe they can do that for basketball. And yeah, guys, click this last video if you want to see some 2K26 news. Click it, tap it. You might as well, because I'm leaving. All right, I'm out of here. You might as well. Peace, bro. I'm leaving. All right, click it. Bye.
It doesn't take much to go from calm
to chaos. But when life happens, with next-gen Nuvella Performance fabric, even the most stubborn stains come out without a struggle. Shop next